Hey guys, Barn Geek here. In this video we're going to be doing a video virtual tour of this 22 by 50 Gable with two 10 by 40 porches on it, or lean-tos on it. You can see here that it's got a widow's peak and a balcony and a couple of different custom things that the owner added, like this really cool this really cool weather vane. You can see that there. It's a copper weather vane that looks like it has weathered. I remember talking to the owner about that weather vane. It was a salvaged weather vane off another structure. You can see the evidence of that being the fact that it's got that nice green copper patina, kind of like the Statue of Liberty. So anyway. But you can see a little bit closer this Widow's Peak. It's a little bit further out than our typical Widow's Peak goes, but they wanted to kind of cover a little bit of this balcony with that Widow's Peak. So, and I think that turned out really nice. So they added a little bit extra bracing just to support that, because I believe they came out 4 or 5 feet here on the weather vane. So needed a little bit extra support there. But I think this all turned out really nice. Of course, these spindles on this balcony are made of 1x3s, same material, or the same type of 1x3s that are on the battens here. So it kind of flows that way pretty well. And that's the case too. Like these, some of these smaller doors, a lot of people use 1x3s. Looks like they use 1x6s on these, but a lot of people use 1x3s for the cross bracing there. Same way with the bigger doors, but it looks like they used 1x6s here. So whatever you prefer. This looks really good too. I like it both ways. You can see he likes to store his antique tractor in there. It's a pretty cool tractor. Fits the barn well, I think. Here's an example of our knee brace. This is a 6x6 knee brace. It's our older style T-plate, but it still works great. We've got a little bit newer one that has a longer tab here. That's more designed for a little bit thicker post. Sometimes we want to go with a little thicker post here, depending on the design. And it works, the new T-plate works either way. So you can see that the knee brace is connected with some RSS screws. Real simple. You've seen videos of us doing that. You can see here the window framing is done with just what they've got here is some 1x6, I think, over top of the framing itself. But what happens is, what usually would happen is this top girt here, you would just continue it on across, and basically cut this center girt right there about 6 inches shy of the window on each side, and then put a 2x6 in there and frame it up. It's real super simple to frame a window. You don't have to put a header or anything like that. Timber frame barn can handle that just fine. Doesn't need any structural support for the windows. And a little bit of inside view, looking out the front door. You can see how big and nice expanse that is. Their staircase here is a single turn staircase. You'll find that with these taller barns like this one I believe has 11 foot to the bottom of the tie beam here. You really need to do at least one turn in order to make that distance. It's another isometric view, I guess, of the outside of the barn with the door closed. Open porch kind of on the other side, and you can see up here there's some small windows. They're not extremely small. I believe they're about 24 inches tall. But anyway, these let a lot of light up into their art studio, which is what they have on the second floor here. And they really wanted that extra light coming in there, and it really turned out nice. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of the upstairs of it finished. But I did go up there, and it really does add a lot of natural light, which you'd really want to have in a kind of an art studio where you create. I think she created sculptures up there. So you can see kind of from this angle that the Widow's Peak covers that at least the same distance out as that balcony. And these are cantilevered joists, so these joists go all the way back to the second bay, and you'll kind of see that when you look at the plans here in a minute. The rear view, they've got a door on each end, so they can drive all the way through the barn, inside in one end and out the other. And they did add this nice little gable vent feature. I thought that turned out pretty nice. Gives it that classic barn look. And here you can see a little bit closer view of those windows that let all that light in. One thing I'd like to point out here is you can see along the bottom here what happens is rain comes down off this roof and it'll splash here and hit this dirt, splash back up on the siding there. One thing that you can do to kind of mitigate that is take this, is what they were about to do here, is take this gravel, this kind of pea stone type gravel, and put it along the edge of this of the siding here, so that when the rain comes down it hits that rock and doesn't splash dirt back up. Another thing you can do is put a gutter on here, of course, to keep the rain from splashing down. But it's easy enough to take care of that. Just take a power washer and power wash that stuff off. And then at that point, if you want to prevent it from happening again, do the gravel, or make sure that you've got some nice straw there and are growing some grass. If you get your grass to grow up, you'll have less of that splashback. So a couple different ways to take care of that. You can see the same thing happen over here. Anywhere you have exposed dirt, you're going to get some splashback like that. Especially with a nice steep steel roof right here. The rain really comes off there fast. And that's the last picture. We're going to go take a look at the 3D model now. You can see here's the drawing, the sketch that we made of the barn. Alright, you can kind of see what kind of clearances we have to work with here in this barn. This is a queen post design, which means these are your queen posts, and these are what support your rafter beams. There's no real truss in this barn. It's just your basic post and beam frame design. There's no fancy trusses or anything like that. It's very, very basic. If you do want to get a little bit more complicated, say you want to get rid of these queen posts, there are other plans in the library that have a king post design, which has a collar tie that goes across here, and then a post that goes from the peak to that collar tie, and then braces that go out in these different directions there. Those are other plans in the library that kind of show how that would work, and you could modify this one to do that as well. It's not a real big deal. But you can kind of see it is 27 foot 7/16 of an inch from the base of the post to the peak of the timber frame. Of course, you're going to have a few extra inches with your purlins and your roof sheathing and your roofing on top of that. This post is quite tall here. It's 17 foot 5 inches, so you're going to need an 18 foot piece of timber here, 6x8, to build this structure. So just be aware of that. If you're looking at this for a plan to build, you're going to have some pretty long timbers there. There's 11 foot of clearance in the first floor, and then on the second floor, above this tie beam, generally there's going to be anywhere from 6 to 10 or 12 inches of floor joist material here. So you're going to be right around just a little bit shy of 9 foot to the top of this queen post, just a little bit above 13 foot here to this inside peak. And then of course you can see 5 foot 5 inches, so you'd be right around 4 foot for that knee wall there. So quite a range, but it really, once you get up in there, even though this says 5 foot 5, you can walk right up to there because this is such a steep pitch right here. And I believe this is a 10-12 pitch, and I believe this is and this is a 6-12 pitch, this lower pitch here. 10-12 up on top and a 6-12 down below. And that really allows for a lot of fast runoff. So if you get snow built up, it's not going to stick around. It's going to slide right off this roof. So if you're in a heavy snow area, this would be a good design for you. So that kind of gives you an idea what the 3D model looks like. I'm going to kind of go through a couple of things that you can do to customize this. So let's take a look at the frame view here. You can see I've kind of stretched it out. I don't know exactly how long I went here. Let's see. I kind of exaggerated things a little bit here to kind of let you know that you can really go as long as you want. See, it's 140 feet long, this barn is. So, yeah, so you could make this thing as long or as short as you want. If you wanted to take, let's say you didn't want this. You can see you've got a barn over here with just one lean-to. No problem. No problem. You could take that lean-to off as well and just have this center portion. That's also just fine. You can see that originally this frame has a bump out. Its lean-tos only go, it's a 50-foot long barn, but its lean-tos only go 40 feet. So you've got a little bit of, I guess, a bump out here in the front that doesn't have any lean-tos. It's kind of a neat feature. It makes it look unique. You can get this barn plan in our barn plans library, barngeek.com. So if you go to barngeek.com, you can see all the different plans, or at least some of the different plans. We've got a lot more plans than just what we have here. So you've got, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 that are listed here on the page, but we've got quite a few more than that in the library. We'll be adding more plans here, more descriptions of plans here on the website so that you know exactly what's in there. We just have been adding them so quickly we haven't been able to add pages to describe them. But you can see there's all kinds of different plans in here, and we are adding plans all the time. So check it out, and if you want to see what one of these plans look like, say maybe you want to look at the 40 by 60 gambrel. You can just click that little button there and go right to the page for the 40 by 60 gambrel. And this one has a neat little 3D model viewer that you can kind of look at while you're in here. If you want to learn how to build a post and beam barn, you can go to our website, barngeek.com, go to the home page, and sign up for our free video course about how to build a post and beam barn. Just put your name and email address there, and you'll be able to come here and log into the members area, and you will have access to our how to build a post and beam barn video course. Of course, there's other levels that you can get access to for a paid member. Paid members get access to the plans, but for free you can learn how to build a post and beam barn. We've got a lot of videos and written articles, and including a free ebook that goes into step-by-step detail on how to build these. So try to put as much information out there as I possibly can for you guys, in hopes that you guys will build these awesome rough cut post and beam barns on your own land. I would love to see it. So, and if you do build one, please send me a picture. I would love that. Go to our Facebook page. You can go to Barn Geek, the Barn Geek Facebook page, or you can go to Barn Geek's DIY Barn Building Tips. That's our public page. And tell us about your barns. There's other people that have told us about their barns and projects and different things. Get on there. There's lots of folks on there. Right now we're at 3,300 members that have built barns and want to help you out. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks for watching this video, and have a great day. And catch you on the next one.